Hey guys, I'm Derek,
My name's Jan.
and we're the co-founders of PaintForce. We thought today we would just get together and do a little demo run for you guys. I'll be the painting contractor that just found PaintForce, and Jan will be the PaintForce specialist that's going to walk me through it.
Yeah, and the purpose of the video is just to show you all things PaintForce, what it's capable of, how to create estimates, how the tool manages different states of the job and flows, right? So I think a good place to start would be just to show you at the end of the video, what does a estimate look like for the customer, right? So you want to share your screen and start with that?
Yep. And we'll probably have timestamps that you guys can fast forward and go back and watch certain areas again. So here is what an estimate will look like at the end. So you got your company name, customer's house, info, the text boxes you've created for maybe preparation or the standard paint you're going to use, all the line items of what you're going to paint. If there's an arrow, that means there's a picture that you can click. Maybe you added some details. Bottom, we're going to have different optional things you can click on. There's some wood replacement here. See that? There's some paint upgrades. You can name these whatever you want, make the paint whatever you want when you select it. Change the price, even have the colors so your customers can see what there is. They can agree to those colors, a little warranty, some photos at the bottom. You can put pictures throughout and they can hit accept at the bottom and you're good to go. Then at the top here, I don't have to scroll up, but I will. You have about us and license, and you can add as many tabs as you want. These are tabs where you can show off like more about your company. Maybe you can introduce the owners or the team, show all the services that you have, even have a video that they can watch that you've created for social media, some Google reviews, whatever you want to put in here, you can put in here. Here's a little fake license we put in for, you could have insurance, tab for your Google links review, maybe some before and afters. Sky's the limit, and you can add as many as you want. So that's a little bit of an overview of what PaintForce can look like for you and your customers.
Awesome. Yeah, and this is the desktop view. Customer is able to pull this up on their browser, on their mobile phone as well, and it's optimized for that. So it just makes it really easy for you to accept money from your customers. Makes it easy for them to see their scope of work, and makes it easy for them to execute the contract. Cool. Let's jump right in. So let's create a job. I say we just start by creating a brand new job.
All right. So I just downloaded PaintForce, and there's two examples here. So what would I do to start a new job?
So just hit new job.
Okay. Let's say I'm on a job site and I want to do something very simple like siding and trim on an exterior.
Yeah.
So save.
So first of all, you probably want to select a contact.
Okay.
You can enter them in, but for now, yeah, let's just use John Doe.
I do have a picture on here, so I'll click and add a picture.
And on the mobile app, PaintForce is available on the browser, on the desktop like we're showing here, but it's also available as a native mobile application. And on there, you can just, choose a photo from your photo list or snap a picture right on the spot.
Nice. And there's really no differences between the computer version and the mobile version?
Nope. Full features on both platforms. The idea was just to make the mobile version accessible on the go, right? So when you arrive at a customer's house, can you create a quote before leaving and give it to them right there, and maybe even secure the contract before leaving the driveway?
Perfect. So it's made for painters who are sick of not being able to provide a quote on the spot and having to go all the way back to their computer, send a PDF or print it and drive back.
Yeah.
Not to do that anymore.
No homework.
All right. So now that I'm in here, how do I add a line item?
So yeah, press add to estimate. And you have a few different options here. You can create a group. You can use templates. Right now, we're going to keep it simple. So let's just say library item.
Okay.
What do you want to add?
Search for siding. Let's do siding. Okay. Do I click that and hit add, or can I also look for trim?
Yeah, you can do multiple selections at the same time.
Okay. Let's say corner trim, and I just want to do, and then a front door maybe. Front door. Okay. Okay. So it added those three.
Yeah. And it
I put parameters in, measurements.
Yeah, so you can click on any of those to see a bunch of options for that item.
Perfect.
So like here, this is body siding, so it accepts a measurement. So you can say like, 300 square feet or whatever.
Let's say the whole house is 3,100 square feet.
And by the way, it's really flexible. You see where it says dimensions, that little drop-down selection?
Yep.
You can also estimate by just specifying number of hours, by the labor cost, the amount of paint, and the calculator reverse calculates that.
So if I'm a seasoned painter and I know this house is 18 gallons of body, I can click on this and then hit 18 gallons?
Yeah, exactly.
18.
And then there's more options there. Maybe we won't cover that right now. We won't jump into it. But if you scroll to the bottom, there's the summary. And that's the calculator telling you, hey, based on the input you gave us, you're going to have $708 in labor, $1,200 in paint, 18 gallons. And with a 40% markup margin, you're going to have $3,200 that you're charging the customer.
So what if I say, oh, that's a little short. I want it to be 800 even.
You just click in there and customize it. Yeah.
800. Oh, and it changed the customer price. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I would hit, what is this note? Is that where I can add a...
Yeah, you can add a note there, like maybe they have some damage on their garage and you don't want to be liable, right?
Just like the example we showed.
Yeah.
Let's save. Perfect. And let's say all the trim was like 240 linear feet of the whole house, just eliminating the detail of windows. Okay. Well, that's not enough. Let's say it's 500.
By the way, the calculator gives you these prices based on production rates that are entered in the system. PaintForce comes with a bunch of production rates, but at any time you can customize it completely however you like to do pricing. So
nice.
Okay.
So I got siding, trim, and front door. I'm done for now. What do I do?
Let me explain also. So in those boxes, we saw the summary of like, what is your labor cost, right? Basically, the way that it's doing that, the way that it's calculating that is based on your production rate. You can say like, I can cover 200 square feet of siding in 1 hour, right? So based on that input you give, that's how it's calculating the labor, 2 hours, right? And if you go back, you can specify here, like, what is your labor rate? Like your labor cost is $35. Yep. Similarly, what is your target profit margin? Do you want a 40% markup or 50? So let's change it to 50, for example. And the calculator will recalculate everything and bump up the price accordingly. Yeah. You can save those things so that they're like set to defaults that work for your company.
Okay.
Cool.
What's Roundup enabled?
Yeah, so we're calculating all of the paint that you'll need. So you'll know, I need 18 gallons, right? But what if you added a bunch of line items and it equals 18.1 gallons? You want the material cost that you're basing your estimate on to count 19 gallons, not 18.1, because you can't buy that at the store, right? So that's what
I want. Oh, look at that. Roundup paint gallons.
Bam. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I want that. Sounds good. Okay. Now what do we do?
I want to show you profit and cost breakdown. So if you press that link. So prior to delivering this quote to your customer, you can see like a full financial forecasting. You can see that I'm going to have gross revenue of $54.39 for this job, right? On the left here.
Nice.
You can see what your materials cost is going to be, your labor, and it just breaks everything down. Similarly, you can add like custom expenses, like you have operations overhead or a project management 6% fee. You can add all of those things as standards for all your jobs so that when you're estimating, you will actually see what you're taking home. Just be more informed when you're creating the quote.
Yeah. Perfect. So if I wanted to save 1% for charity, I could do that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. This looks great. All right. So what does the estimate look like from the customer? Do I hit save?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, there's your customer estimate. So up top, you can press share in the top right corner and copy that link, email it to them. When you're using this on the phone, you can also just hit, SMS and send the customer the quote
Perfect.
over text or email, whatever you'd like to do.
So if someone wants a PDF, I can send a PDF as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When I send a quote, if I send a link to a customer and they open the link, can they make that a PDF on their own, or do they have to come back and ask me?
That's a good question that I don't remember the answer to.
Nice.
I think what happens is when they execute the contract, when they sign it, you and them automatically get an email with the PDF.
Sweet.
Cool. So on here, you have these notes, right? Like exterior preparation. Those things you defined in your like standard template to always include these elements, right? These text boxes. But for this job, you might need to change that. For this job, maybe you don't need a power wash. So you can quickly edit that in the layout editor, which is those, click that, edit layout. And here is how you're controlling the presentation. Not so much the price, but the actual presentation to the customer. So
it looks like it's this one.
Yep.
So I could remove power washing. Perfect. And then hit save and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. It's gone. Nice.
And then, and then when the customer signs this quote, you get a notification on your mobile app and an email like, hey, John Doe signed and executed the contract. You can see all the options they chose. They're not having to call you and you regenerate an estimate with an optional item or anything like that. It just saves a lot of admin work.
Perfect. Well, that's pretty easy. How about an interior quote?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's create a new job and choose interior. And let's add a group here.
Okay. I think I have an interior photo. Let's make it look pretty. All right.
Nice. There's a guitar here.
Yeah, guitar.
So let's do group template. So hit interior room. These templates you can set up yourself in advance. So instead of having to add trim, window, walls, individual items, you can just select the whole template. And they'll come with like pre-configured dimensions already, but you can also just punch in the dimensions really quickly. So you see that box where it says area dimensions, expand it.
Yep.
And because we're estimating a 3D room here, you can enter in your width, length, height.
14 by 16 by 9. Apply. I want it applied to all of them.
Yep.
Perfect.
So there you go. As you're walking the house, you punch that in. It takes you 1 minute to estimate for the whole room.
Looks like I can name the room.
Yep.
How do I add a door?
So do add item, library item, and let's.
What if I wanted to add something quick? Is it the custom one?
Yeah, let's do that next. That's a good call.
I think these will standard door.
Nice.
I can click and add 2 doors, 3 doors. Okay. Let's say I ran into something small or random that's not maybe in the library. Is that what the custom's for?
What's the craziest thing you've had to paint in your experience as a painter?
Craziest thing. Rocking chair.
Rocking chair. Perfect. Let's do that. So you give it a label. What do you want to charge the customer for the rocking chair?
Yeah, maybe 150.
Cool. And then
size 50.
You could keep those 0, but if you want to track what your actual profit is, that's where it's helpful to fill in these numbers.
Okay. And this is where I could add like a photo of the rocking chair.
Yep.
I could say like heavy sanding needed. I don't have a picture of a rocking chair, but we'll just pick a picture of this cabinet.
Yeah, you'll also notice in this form, you can toggle visible for customer or you can turn it off. So if you want to make a note that's just internal for your crew or for yourself, you could do that this way as well.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I think I want the customer to see this. Okay.
Cool.
So if I save it, so we got one room. What if I wanted to keep adding rooms?
Same process. You can duplicate that existing room if you have another one that's really similar.
What I see that I would do is I would probably zero out these and then duplicate the rooms. That's what I would do. And then I could add like dining room and then put the dimensions in. Go to the next room, do kitchen. Is that what you recommend?
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing is it's so flexible that you just do whatever works for you.
Nice. Okay.
I want to show you one more thing here. You see where it says subtotal and total? All of those numbers, they're dynamic based on your labor costs, your production rates, your profit margin. But you might disagree. You might want to round this up and say, it's not worth it for me unless I charge $1,500. So you can just press that little pencil icon on the total.
Oh, and make like a round number?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
How do I revert?
Just press it again and then press reset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's a great idea. Is that now locked in if I change the hourly to $40 an hour?
Yeah, exactly. It won't change.
So then I'd want to go reset, save. Yeah. Okay.
And there's two, right? There's a subtotal and a total. That's intentional because you might want to change the subtotal amount, but then what if you have optional items that the user can choose or choose paint upgrades? You want, if they choose those options, the actual total to change, right? So that's why there's a way to override the subtotal or there's a override for the grand total.
So I just added dimensions in on the kitchen. Let's say the customer wanted the kitchen listed separately as an option.
Yeah, just press those little dots there on the item. Mark as add-on.
Add-on. Oh,
you can get pre-selected too. Like if you select it, they'll see it pre-selected by default.
Okay, let's see what this all looks like. Ooh, very nice. And I can change all these, set all these in the settings beforehand to my standard.
Yeah, there's your rocking chair.
White the rocking chair. Okay, so the kitchen's pre-selected, but they can unselect it. Oh, nice. And does this change the paints? It does change the paints.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing too, right? The paint upgrades, it's not just a static price. It's based on how much paint you need. So if you know that emerald is a higher per gallon cost, then whether they select the kitchen or deselect, it's going to change the price for the upgrade.
Nice. All right. And when they get this, they can literally sign and hit submit.
Yep.
And I'll get notification that this was signed by the customer.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. I want to show you more of like the admin and management tools.
Okay.
Maybe after this loads. All right. So let's go to the home screen. First of all, there's video tutorials here. There's like really high level job sales stats that you can look at.
Perfect.
But let's go to the work screen actually. From the work screen, you are able to see all of the list of your jobs. You can search by address, search by the name of the job, the number of the job. You can also view requests, contacts. You can create tasks, right? So for now, let's open one of the jobs.
Okay. Any of them?
Yeah, this one that's approved. So this is the job overview screen. Here you can create notes internally for yourself or tag other people in your account so they will be notified.
Okay.
You can create tasks. So like switch to the tasks there. You could say like follow up with customer about paint colors.
And then put a date.
Yep. You can assign that task to your admin or somebody else on your team.
Cool. Follow up. So I could create a get customer color or like get colors.
Yeah.
I can change the color. Okay. Would I select this, or is it already related to this?
It's already related to the job. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So let's go back. So here, press on the button where it says approved. That's the job status. Yeah. So these job statuses are what PaintForce comes with, but you can customize that to your flow. So imagine you get a lead. So the job is first in the lead status, right? Once you send this quote, it automatically changes to quote sent. When the customer signs it, it goes to approved. And you can just track the job as it goes through the various stages in your pipeline.
Good job, pipeline. Cool. And I can change the wording in the settings?
All of it. Yeah, you can add more, delete. You can have less steps. All of that is configurable.
Perfect.
Similarly, you have some metadata here, like scheduled start date, the date this job was won. You can tag like, what is the job lead source? Did this lead come from Google Maps, or did it come from a Facebook ad that you were running?
Okay.
And all of that list is customizable too. You can assign it to a crew. All of these fields are customizable values, and you can create your own fields on top of that. So if you're a big company with 20 salespeople and you have your own way of tracking things, you could totally create your own fields.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else is here? You can.
Where do I put photos so I don't have to use other apps like Dropbox or Company Cam? Is there a way to put photos in?
Yeah, you can upload media or files from this screen. You can upload videos, all of that stuff.
So media is photos and videos?
Yeah. So like you're documenting your job, right? You don't want to use a third-party service like Dropbox. You just want to pay for one thing. You can upload all of the associated job photos with this job in here.
Okay. And then files is like PDFs or?
Yeah, PDFs, anything, documents, PowerPoints. And then I want to show you the accounting features.
Okay.
So now that this job, you've won the job, you're going to be able to do bookkeeping in PaintForce too. So scroll down a little bit. You can see your estimated values here. And then you can enter in what is the actual labor cost that you ended up spending. What is the actual paint materials, right? You can add those numbers in manually by toggling right there where it says expense sum. On the right, the green toggle.
Oh, right here.
Yes. So you can turn that off and enter in a real number. Like 945 is what you were expected to spend on labor, but maybe you paid more. Yeah. And so as you're entering in these numbers, if you scroll up, you'll see your P&L on the job. So you'll see, okay, I was estimated to make a net profit of $687 on this job, but my expenses were higher, so my take home was $375, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
How do I add like a receipt from Sherwin-Williams or Home Depot in?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. Go to expense log in the top there and new expense. What kind of expense is it?
Materials.
Yeah.
Here so
you just upload the receipt, and then the AI will autofill the form with the amount, the date, select the vendor, and you hit save, and that gets saved to the
I don't have a receipt, or I totally would.
Yeah.
Say it's $455. Okay. Materials, vendor name. So I would create like Sherwin.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then hit save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. And when I put, let's say I had a specific crew working on it, I would do the same with labor.
Same thing, yeah.
1,200 labor, and then add a crew. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
Cool. From here, once the quote is signed, you're done with the quote. But maybe now you want to create a work order for your crew, right? Maybe you have somebody working for you. So you can select the quote as the baseline here, hit save, and it's going to generate a work order that you can share with the crew then that removes pricing information, anything that you don't want to show there. So you can open that work order and let's take a look at it.
Is there a way to see the amount of hours or labor for the crew to see?
Yes, there is. Yep.
What if I wanted to hide the generic warranty?
Yeah, the way that this works is in the go into the layout editor. So in the top right, you could do this on your quote when you're setting up your template. Hit the dots on that last one and press config. And so here you can say, I want this visible or I don't want this visible on the work order.
Okay.
So if it's off,
just on work order, it's off.
Yeah. So then it won't show up.
Nice.
Yeah. Similarly, you can add like photos, more instructions, text boxes, things like that. You can add that for the crew to see here.
How will the crew see how many gallons to buy of each paint and like what their labor is?
Yeah.
Is it these?
Yep, exactly. Labor and paint materials amount block.
And I can set these in the settings so that every work order has these?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, they all will follow a template that you can create.
Nice. So 2 gallons of that, 5 of that, 1 of that.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that hourly go?
Oh, let's take a look at it. Press config.
Oh, right here. Visible on work order. Okay. There it is. Perfect. So I send this to the crew and then they can see their labor, their hours it could take that you estimated. Nice.
Yeah. And you can choose to show the amount. Maybe you want to show only the hours. Like those are configurations.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now you have your work order. Let's go back on one screen. Yeah. Say the job is done. Now you generate an invoice for the customer to collect payment.
Okay.
Goes through the same process.
Can the customer pay with credit card?
Yep.
So I would copy the link and send this to a customer?
Exactly, right. And maybe you want to collect payment manually. Mm-hmm. So you can scroll down here and press record payment. You can say, hey, I have my own credit card reader, or I accepted a check or Venmo, whatever. You can just log it for your records here.
So if I collected the whole payment, it'll zero out. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. And
what's the purpose of a note? Just
for your own tracking. But so this is manual, right? But we also allow Apple Pay or any credit card processing through Stripe. So
nice.
You just got to let us know, prove that you're a real person, and we can enable that feature on your account. So when a customer sees the invoice, they have other ways that they can pay immediately without you having to pick up, cash or whatever.
Nice. Do they get a receipt if they pay with a credit card?
They do, and you can also you can send them a receipt manually by pressing those little dots right there. Yeah.
Email receipt. Check that out. Cool. This is great. All right.
Cool. Yeah. And then you could go into settings too. I can show you a little bit there.
Yeah, how would I upload my logo?
There's a place here called company info.
So, yeah, because this Dunder painting is hilarious. It's The Office.
Yeah, it is. We're big fans of The Office here.
Big fans. I have a logo. Let's put that in. Sweet. What if I wanted to use like the orange in my estimate?
Yeah, so let's create your template. So look for
Templates.
estimate layouts, and choose one here.
Okay.
So
Oh, 2 options here.
yeah, there's 2 different themes, and you could press customize theme. And
Yeah, let's say I wanted orange.
press the reference logo in the top right. And so it just pulls the colors from your logo, and you can then select them for the brand color.
Okay.
Bam.
Cool. Then I would hit save, and now that exterior theme is that.
Yeah, and scroll down. You have the same layout builder here as you saw on the job level too.
Yep.
So you can set up your warranty language, whatever here. And so every time you generate a new job that uses this template, you don't have to manually be recreating that stuff.
And this is where the tabs were added, right?
Yeah, you could add pages here as well. Yep.
About us. So I just click here and I add new pages and name them. External link, is that like I can embed a link that a customer can click on?
Yeah, let me show you a really cool feature actually. So in your browser, open up PaintForce.app. We can add a AI color visualizer for your customers to see as they're picking out colors. So it looks like your screen share is actually just showing me the PaintForce thing. I think you have to reshare.
The entire screen.
Yeah. So go to Tools in the top nav and Paint Visualizer tool. So let's take this link. What this tool does is the user or you can upload an image and then you can select colors. Why don't we use it really quick here? Do you have a photo of a house? A house or a wall?
Yeah, let's do a simple shed.
Nice.
Okay.
So you can say like, what do you want for the body of that?
Let's make it white and make the trim darker.
There's like 5,000 colors preloaded there, official colors from Sherwin-Williams they can select.
And Benjamin Moore.
Yeah, all the major providers.
So I can copy this URL and embed it in my layout?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
There you go. They preview that, right? So they can use this tool to help them decide what colors. That's another thing that, brings them value and takes it off your hands. So
how would I put this in really quick?
Copy that. Yep. And then add this page as an external link.
External link, page label, color. Okay. Link. Open a new tab, probably yes.
Yep.
Save.
So now when save changes. Yeah. So now when they look at this estimate that used this template, so you could create a new blank job for now. You can
color visualizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Link out to this.
That out.
You can also link out to like your Google reviews profile if you have glowing reviews or.
That was really seamless. It just like popped up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Any more questions? I think that kind of concludes most of the main features of PaintForce.
Yeah, I think that's great. Do we want to show colors for anyone that wants to see what colors look like?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go back to my exterior. How do I add colors to this?
Yeah, so let's edit this. The way the colors work is all items belong to a category. So think of like siding belongs to the category called body. And so instead of having to choose the color for every item that is a paint body item, you can just apply the color to the category. So scroll down here and then select
Surface paint
selections. Yeah. So here for the body, we can choose a color.
I know alabaster is very popular these days. Okay.
Same thing. You can also change the paint itself this way.
So if I had a customer that said, hey, I want just the trim to be emerald, I can change it, it looks like?
Yep.
Emerald. Nice. Save. Okay, so now the trim is emerald and the body's latitude. Okay. Shutters, gutters, front door. Let's do a red.
Yeah. So you just change them on the category level, but maybe, trim everywhere needs to be one color except in one place. So what you can do is you can open that paint corner trim item, just click on it and press show more options. Yeah, and then here you can override what the paint should be or what the color should be.
Okay, so if like they wanted the belly band to not be trimmed, they wanted it to be body color, I could come in here and override it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
And then the app will summarize all of the colors for you and show you one list of colors and paints you need to buy. So scroll down for that, press materials and products. And there it is. Those are all the paints, colors.
18, that color, 1 and 1. Perfect.
Yeah. And from here, you can also add manually like additional paint that you might need that's not associated to an item. And
like if I needed a spray can for a rocking chair or
exactly. Yeah.
painting something random.
Yeah. And you can also add products like roll of tape, that kind of stuff.
There's some examples in here. Scotch Blue, Sherwin-Williams Mill. Okay. Wow, you can get really detailed with this.
Yeah.
All right. So what does this look like on an estimate?
Let's see.
Doesn't look like it's on the layout.
So in the layout, you can add that box that represents the colors.
I can move it where I want it, right? Let's say I wanted it right under the signature. Oh, look at that. It even has a swatch.
Yeah. And sometimes you have like really complicated jobs where you have 15 different colors and you don't want to use this automated system of showing colors and you just want to manually on the estimate show different colors, right?
I thought I saw a manual one.
Yeah, there's a box for that.
Manual.
Yeah, let's click it. So let's say rocking chair. So basically what you're trying to do here is you're just trying to communicate to the customer what you intend to paint the rocking chair, which color, which paint.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So I can just build out a list and keep adding rows.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Very cool.
Cool. Well, that concludes our demo. I know this video is getting long. Thank you. If you're still watching this video, thanks for hanging with us for this long. Hopefully this shows you how powerful PaintForce is. I know we've been talking for an hour and there's still plenty of more things to show in there.
Yep.
So check it out. And if you want some help, maybe you want help walking through how to bid your first job, we're here to help. Just reach out, set up a free demo. We'll get you rocking and rolling.
Perfect. And we hope to have some timestamps so you can fast forward and see where certain subjects start and stop. So enjoy the video, reach out anytime, and we can do a personal demo like this with you.